everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, quite simply, it's a clash of two of the best quarterbacks in the game. It's TB12, Tom Brady, going up against Aaron Rodgers. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Here's New England defensively. Last year, the #1 overall defense as far as points given up goes. And they've got a lot coming back in 2017.
Now, they certainly do. And let's go back to the Super Bowl. Trey Flowers, who was their leading sack guy in 2006, he had 7 in the regular season. He was a monster in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He's back.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run again with Blunt. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background. Right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
A gain of 6 there on first. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted, he ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady. And
you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for the shifty Deion Lewis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football. You can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And for Clinton-Dix, he had 80 of those tackles this past season, 5 interceptions. Got him to a Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
How about that? That's got to be an incredible thrill for Clinton-Dix to be able to come back to his hometown. He played at Dr. Phillips High in Orlando before going off to the University of Alabama and playing the Pro Bowl in front of all of his friends and family. And he's going to be a huge building block for Green Bay in 2017. Him at the safety position, not to get better at the corners, but of course Clay Matthews is still there too, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So on fourth down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. And look at this, it's a fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Brady over the middle. That's caught by Hogan. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And some space here. And he cuts it right sideline. And all the way. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 31 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing is Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They come out here in the eye. Here's Blunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. Brady now on 1st down. Pass incomplete. LeGarrette Blunt was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
You got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's the battering ram Blunt, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Clay Matthews from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. Room here to run. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. And the kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone up.
Pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. Chris Long able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team, and right now they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
Yeah, we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking it. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, 15 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. back. He's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be a Green Bay first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now on first down. A dump off to Lacy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
One back is Lacy. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take this one down to about the 20. 3-yard line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they can...
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited over the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Again, here's Blunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Back now at Lambeau. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Brady to throw on second down. Screen pass to Blunt. And he's got room. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt tying a career high with his fourth touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Out to the flat for Lacy. Call it a gain of 3, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That goes well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. They'll run. This is Lacy. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no! It's incomplete. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied, and the Patriots get the football back. So the Patriots coming out now, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a carry for Blunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. So
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Brady going to throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Brady, he's going to look deep for Edelman. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Patriots. 30.
Bruh. Bruh.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football. And off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
To throw, it's Brady. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
It's so trash. He alright though. He really good.
Third down. And he couldn't hang on to
Yes, he
it
dropped
through
it.
the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he
Yes,
did
I
not
know you
that
faking
play.
it. Oh no, ma.
Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. First carry for Ryan Matthews. And he'll get this up to
Let's
about
go.
the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that
Hey,
time,
bro.
and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
On 1st down, Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch.
Bear, that's
It's going to be a 1st down.
off
Well
of 3.
done.
Crossfire 3.
It's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Caught. Dennis Pitta. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And hauled in by Pitta. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that
Oh, that's a better pick. But them 26 are over the place.
But you can flex it
Ain't no
now.
damn way that's supposed to be a pick.
You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts.
About time, score.
Jeremy Maclin. The Colts are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short pass.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Looking left side, and it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Yes.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there. First down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. I know throughout his pro career, Ryan Matthews has been injury-riddled. But the best part of his game to me is his ability to break tackles and run with power and physicality.
And a prime example of that right there on that play. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side.
Oh my
McNair.
gosh.
This is caught at the end. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kamar Aiken, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Freeman again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Brady now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Church, you
so... Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief from the offensive that fell harmlessly to the ground. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. And for a right side here, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Now McNair. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. On 2nd down, McNair looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
His throw incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll come out in the pistol. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And you got to now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Catch left side here by Aiken. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
McNair to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. From the gun, here's McNair. And he comes back with one complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And Aiken with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. McNair. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's McNair. A dump off to Anderson. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ryan Matthews on third down. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. To throw, McNair. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, no. For offense.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Victor Cruz, 97 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Rainbow. Hey, motherfucker, loser.
First down throw. Hurts over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Hey, bro.
Back now in Tampa.
Awesome
it's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4.
Oh, would have been awesome. Hey,
On 1st and 10, McNair. To the right side to Aiken. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now McNair. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 4th down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the
quarterback.
Whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
about this for a tough choice early on? Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. We've seen the Chargers represented already. Might one of his teammates join him? Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him or go after someone who can help you up front? What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn to the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they'd lean that way if a player from that team became available. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
Ooh. That was a hard choice. That was...
It is indeed time for a draft champions matchup and what is set to be a great draft champions matchup in the...